Hello Beechwood Middle School families. I'm excited to share some very important information with you today, and even more thrilled as we look forward to welcoming students back into the building on Monday. One very important message was sent earlier via email. This included information about our daily health checklist that must be completed each day a student is in school. As stated in the email, students that arrive without a completed form will not be allowed to class. For the first or second times this might occur, our office staff will gladly assist in taking a student's temperature, phoning home, and requesting that a family member complete the checklist online. Only then will that student be sent to class. After a third arrival without having completed the form, that student will need to be sent home and will not be allowed to return to school until after a temperature has been taken at home and the form appropriately filled out. Remember that this is an important step in keeping all of our students and staff safe while at school. Families should have also received important information from our transportation department. This includes routes, stops, times, as well as details about the new Stop Finder app, which will be used this year to provide updates to our bus riders and families. On this note, we want to remind everyone that the doors to BMS will open at 7:50 for our morning session and 12:15 for our afternoon session. To ensure that staff are on hand to effectively promote and monitor our safety protocols, students should not plan to arrive prior to these times. Upon arrival, each grade level will be housed in a separate location before being dismissed to their first class. 6th graders will report to the auditorium, 7th graders will be housed in the gym, and 8th graders will await the start of their day in the commons. Staff will be on hand to remind students to stay 6 feet apart. Please know that we will be limiting the number of on-campus visitors this year. Left a violin at home, need your math homework, or a tennis racket for practice after school? We know that these things happen, and families will need to make the occasional delivery to school. When doing so, please page the main office using the intercom at the main entrance. Our office staff will then ask for your student's name before buzzing you in. We ask that you then deposit those items on our table in the vestibule. Your student will then be called down to collect their belongings. As a reminder, students are being asked to eat lunch at home to start our school year. A few weeks ago, the federal government expanded their school lunch program to now provide free meals through the fall. Any student wanting food prepared by our cafeteria staff will take a prepackaged bag as they exit the building. These are provided at no cost to students. There will be no money changing hands, no lunch account codes to type in, and this will allow our students to maintain the flow of traffic without congregating as they wait for their food. If you have questions about this program, please reach out to us. In addition, this service is also available for our online-only families. Please reach out to us if your student is engaged in remote learning and would like to receive these meals. Throughout this week, our grade level teams will be sending information about updated supply lists. We want to ensure that students arrive with only the essentials they need for their 4 periods of any given day. Take a look at the information coming home and plan ahead to bring the bare minimum. Students will not have access to lockers next week, and items, including their Chromebook case or small bag, is required to fit in the underseat basket attached to a desk. Of utmost importance on every supply list, students are reminded that masks are required at all times while indoors. Keep practicing the proper use of your mask, avoid touching your face, and remember to adhere to this one important step in keeping all of us safe. All of this information and much more will be covered in a school-wide virtual assembly on Monday morning for our morning session students and again in the afternoon for our afternoon session. Once again, we are so excited to have you back in the building. We know that you are too. We also know that there are a number of unknowns during these uncertain times. We have worked extremely hard to ensure a safe reopening. Undoubtedly, there will be a huge learning curve for our students and staff next week. We would ask of our students and families the same flexibility and patience that we will give to you, our school community, as we navigate these unprecedented times. As always, thank you for watching, and please let us know if you have additional questions or concerns.